Hey guys, looks like I might be live. I am going to jump into my secondary device. Try to find myself. Hold on. I've got to be getting close by now. I am going to jump into. Oh, yeah, there I am. Mic is good, sound is good, video quality seems okay. Hello, friends. How's everybody doing today? How is everyone doing today? I am having trouble with the broadcast, I think. So if you could just drop a comment and say hello, that would be super awesome. Hi, Lakia. Hello. So glad to have you guys tuning in with me. I'm waiting to see comments. Hello, Jeanette Gormley. Hello. So glad to see you guys tuning in. Perfect. Here we go. I see the hearts. Everything is perfect on all ends, I believe. Thank you guys for being here with me on YouTube and on Facebook. You guys are the best. Happy Friday, or whatever day it is for you. Thank you for tuning in with me today. This is an 18 and over broadcast, guys, because I cuss and I vape, and sometimes we talk about sensitive things, all right? But I waited for you to crack this baby. You better believe it. Let's get this party started right. Here we go now. Welcome, friends. Welcome if you are new to me or new to my page, new to my channel. My name is Heidi. I am a psychic medium in California. And I'm also a spiritual teacher, and I will be offering free readings as drawn by spirit today. I do thank you guys for tuning in with me and even sending those stars on Facebook. I do receive 1 penny per star that you do send to me on Facebook, and that does all add up. It helps me to pay for these snazzy graphics that you see just sliding across the screen and everything else. So I do want to say thank you for those stars. It really does matter to me because I'm a real person just like anybody else, and this is what I do. So your stars and donations just make the difference in my life. So thank you guys. I do also want to let you know that I am available for more than just this kind of service. Okay. So you see me on a live broadcast, you want to get a free reading or even pay for a reading sometimes. That's fantastic. But some situations or scenarios are a little bit more sensitive. And if you need to connect with me privately via Zoom or telephone call, I offer private sessions. I also offer tarot videos for orders. So if you wanted me to dive into a spread just for you, you get to pick your spread. I make your private video and I send it over to your email address within 3 days. And then you don't even have to meet with me. So I do have many things available, and I will have a couple of upcoming development programs. I'm going to be teaching tarot and probably also another psychic development course here pretty soon. So if you're interested in that, you can always check out the links that are in your description box. Those are the ways to connect with me. Those are the only valid ways to connect with me. Okay, so I won't reach out to you. No legitimate spiritual practitioner should ever reach out to you and demand money or ask you to inbox them or any weird nonsense. Scammers do that kind of stuff all the time. So please protect yourself by reporting any suspicious activity, blocking individuals who, seem that way. And if you wanted to connect with a legitimate practitioner, you should be the one reaching out to them. That is how it really does work. So if you wanted to reach out to me, my links are in your description box. There are no other ways. Thank you. Yeah, I'm missing a whole heck of a lot. Oh man, it happened to you again. Oh, you poor thing. They seem to say the same kinds of things. You've got to protect yourself, most definitely. And I see everyone tuning in with me. Thank you for liking and following my page. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. That does help me out as well, you guys. And I do appreciate that you like the new background. I thought I would get some kind of snazzy California background, right? I've got some palm trees. I've got a sunset here, some ocean on the side. I thought it was time to change things around a little bit. So I thank you for joining me. I thank you for being here with me today. Carol King, you will be first. I do love and appreciate you. I do value you as a viewer, a follower, and a friend. You know this. You have a special place in my heart. Carol, do you have a certain request, honey? And after Carol, I will dive in for individual readings randomly as drawn by spirit. So you guys just make sure to drop in your requests. If you have a specific request, that doesn't scare me. I will lift it up to spirit, or I will have that place to start from. But if you would rather just put general or love or career or whatever feels comfortable for you, I'm not scared. I let spirit direct me whichever way we need to go. And I do want you guys to know that I'm a regular, real human being, just like anybody else. All right. Like I said, 18 and over broadcast because I cuss and I vape. And sometimes we talk about sensitive things. But I am aligned with love and light and God. And I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of you guys. So I thank you for allowing me to be of service for you today. I thank you for allowing me to be of service and co-create with spirit in this way for all of you, with all of you replay watchers as well. I do want to say that the energy patterns hit us all. And you may find that one or two or several readings kind of resonate with you, with what you're going through. It kind of sounded like something you needed to hear. That is spirit speaking to you through the message of another, because the energy patterns are so similar, and your spirit team knew you'd be here. So allow yourself to receive whatever it is that resonates with you. Okay. And I thank you for being here with me. All of you. You're wonderful. Thank you. Carol's first. Okay. Carol, I'm going to start with my own oracle deck here. I'm going to start with my own oracle deck. I'm going to get your energy and his energy, and then I'm going to jump to my tarot. So Carol's energy, spirit, please, as I connect in with Carol. Of course, your past loved ones are in the house. Carol's energy and his energy. Whew. Communication still blocked. Oh, look at this on the bottom of the deck. That means something. I'll put it there for us. This one. Carol. Yes, I will definitely be jumping around here and there, all right? So you guys, don't you worry. All right. Let me just throw this out to you. If things were to go absolutely perfectly, do you feel like you could just uproot and move house and join in union within the next 6 months? Carol, I'm just saying, if things were to just boop, 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 click right into place, are you ready and prepared as you sit to just join house and uproot and go elsewhere, if that was where your little heart desired and it drew you, right? This is what I want to know from you, because I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like you're quite firmly rooted into where you're at, and also into the life pattern where you are. She says, yes, absolutely. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you feel like you are absolutely ready to just unplug and uproot and just move house and all these things. Now, this card came out for you. Declutter. Maybe this is something that you're doing right now. Maybe you're spring cleaning, maybe you're downsizing, maybe you're taking stuff to the Goodwill, or just getting to that old junk pile or junk drawer or whatever this could be. But I also do see with this card an indication to downsize your belongings, okay? To decide, what has been collecting dust for quite some time that you could stand to get rid of. That way you have less things to have to sort through when the time is right for you to completely move house, okay? Because I do feel like that will happen in a hurry. You winter clean too. You also stress clean, okay? But I do feel that this is a call to downsize, okay? Downsize in some ways. Just different little nooks and crannies, things that have collected dust that don't really mean anything to you. And also making sure that you are physically dusting all of your items and energetically dusting all of your items as well. I know that you smudge your home. Make sure that you smudge all the little items that you have. Like, we all have, not we all, but Carol, I know that you have like little decorations here and there all put together. Oh, and your past loved ones, all their little areas and whatnot. Make sure that you go smudge a little extra around all those things, okay? Because all those things can collect and hold the energy. And when they don't move and they just sit, when things have happened and, we're smudging, but we haven't really, been real in depth and intentional about those little nooks and crannies and areas, then that can collect some kind of energetic debris, okay? So declutter. More on that. Start caring less about what other people are doing. I'm sorry to say it like that. They wanted me to say it like that. I mean, like, other people who are stepping out of line, like, I don't want to say this, Carol, like your son, okay? Like these kinds of things. Oh, look at this. See, I just bought another shed to put my brother's stuff in because it's driving me crazy. That's what I'm talking about. The things that drive you crazy. The things that drive you crazy. Hi, Miss D. Tucker. Good to see you, sweetheart. You've been on my mind lately. You've been on my mind. I'm wondering how you're doing. Okay, look, no, really. Spirit is saying, along with the declutter, the downsizing, it's also detaching from caring so much about all of these things. Okay, the things that irk you and the things that piss you off and the things that rub you the wrong way, right? You're pulling in and away from all of that. I'm not getting triggered. I'm not getting drawn in. I'm not even gonna care. I'm not gonna pick. I'm gonna pick my battles, and that ain't one of them, right? You're decluttering the emotional thickness of those bonds, okay? By allowing yourself to just look the other way, turn the other cheek. This does not make or break our life. And this is going to change. Okay. So I see you energetically unplugging in a real way from the emotional bonds that are in your physical environment, as well as downsizing a touch so that you can prepare for that big giant shift. And it's not going to be so easy to just bounce and leave because I haven't gave a shit for a while, right? Okay. Take that as it resonates. Yes, I cuss. This is an 18 over broadcast. Sometimes it just happens. Hi, guys. So glad to see you all here. Okay, now I said on the other end, what's a card for him? Cake baking. Right? So the cake is in the oven, sister. Oh, yesterday was the anniversary of my mother's passing, so I cleaned to keep my mind off of it. Wow. And I'm talking about cleaning all those little areas and the spots where you have their memorial and their photos and everything else that you have there. She knows this. Why do you think I brought that stuff up? She's pushing it through to me that she's there with you. And it's important. It matters. It matters that you care for all those things because it matters to you. You see, you have this integrity and you honor their memory so well, and it matters. It's not unnoticed. It's not unseen. It's not just something you do quietly to keep you busy or fill time. It's done with love and it's received with love. Your mother wants me to tell you that. I don't like cake. I know, girl. I know, but this is his energy. Okay. I know I'm just talking, but this is a cake baking. All right. Things are working their way through. There's a process, a certain number of steps and ingredients and a time frame that is unfolding that we can't rush. That makes me mad. But again, on the bottom of the deck, disentangling, same thing. While the cake is baking, the disentangling is happening. And I feel like this is happening for you as well. You're disentangling from the life that you're living in this moment to be prepared for something new, right? Not be so stuck in this same old mundane pattern. I'm ready for the next big thing. Same the other way. It's like a mirror. It's freaking weird. It's not weird. I love you. That's crazy. Misty, we got to hang out or something. If I'm thinking about you and you're thinking about me, we need to hang out or something. All right, let's talk about this. I said the energy between the two of you, the connection, okay? You have major arcana card number 2, the high priestess. The high priestess has an inner knowing that knows. You know what I mean? Downloads, upgrades, dream time. Are you sleeping well now? I kind of feel like you might be sleeping better. Yes. Well, I say Misty and I should hang out because we live in the same town. You guys, don't be jealous. Don't be hating. If you lived in my town, I would love to hang out with you. You know, I would. But we do hang out in the Vibe Tribe. In your description box, I do have a link to my private Facebook group. This is a private group in Facebook, my Spirit Speaks Vibe Tribe. It is free. There is more of me for free in that group. I do a card a day, Intuitive Tuesdays, Vibe Tribe only contests, Vibe Tribe only exclusive gatherings and reading events. And if you want to hang out with me, if you want to hang out with the Vibe Tribe, click to join and agree to the group rules, friends. If you don't agree to the group rules, I will not let you in. But most definitely, we can hang out there as well. Okay, I'm sleeping a lot better. I'm glad because you're really pulling into your own energy and you're focused on what you're doing, okay, with you, with your granddaughters, with everything that's going on. That's where you need to be at. Him, Ace of Wands. All right. Ace of Wands. I feel like this is in his mind. Like he's got this. I read this differently as far as he's waiting for you to respond. That's what I feel. You said, "Do you know when I will hear from him? Because I have not responded." I feel like he's waiting for you to respond again. And do you see there's like one teardrop here? His eyes are closed. Okay. Like he couldn't even see you coming. He wants you to come wrap him up in a big old giant "I love you, I miss you" message, and then and solve his little, wounded ego. That's what I feel here with this card. I don't see him taking that actionable step, because to do so would somehow admit fault. Mm. No, nobody's haters. Nobody's haters. No, no. Of course not. Not happening. Not happening. I see what you said there, Carol. All right. Well, this Seven of Swords here indicates to me that he's been spying on you. Okay, like social media, like that kind of thing, maybe driving past your place or whatever this is. Seven of Swords indicates for me that he's been sniffing around your auric boundary, you know what I mean, but not really coming directly full on at you. And I feel like there's that weirdness there of, are we going to have an argument, or can we just pretend like everything's fine? And that's why he's waiting for you to reach out to him. It's like to escape the blame. Two of Pentacles. You know this. Two of Pentacles. The two would tell me 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, I feel like you'll hear something, but I feel like you may decide. Let's see. Okay, his parents live by you, so he needs to drive by. So I feel like when he drives by, he's rubbernecking. You know what I mean? To see what Carol's up to. Is your car there? Does he see anything at all? That kind of thing. Most definitely, just to keep a little bit of a tabs on you, because he cares. All right, but he doesn't know how to approach you. This Two of Pentacles indicates that, this is life, and I'm really trying to juggle a couple different things to make something else my reality. Okay. And I did say, I feel like he may reach out to you within the next 2 weeks or so. I feel like there's some significant anniversary that's coming up. Hold on, Carol, let me tell you this. There's a significant anniversary. You are good with dates. You would know what dates he would remember. Okay, they are his significant dates. And he's going to be like, "Oh, did you know that today's whatever that date is?" And hey, reaching out to you on a certain date to just acknowledge the something celebration, the something anniversary, the something, I don't know. But I feel like he's going to reach out to you regarding a certain upcoming celebration or date, okay, that's significant to him. And that's going to be his opening to just talk to you and act like everything's okay. That's what I feel there. And on the bottom of the deck, Major Arcana card number 12, the Hanged Man. For you, Carol, hang and enjoy the peace while you're just chilling in this moment, doing you, living your life, making it full, okay? Doing your best to just enjoy and embrace every moment, regardless of what anybody else is doing here, there, or the other place. This is about you finding happiness, finding peace in your life, no matter what else is going on with anyone else. This is about Carol, all right? So Carol's going to chill and wait while that shit's figured out, and enjoy life, whether you message me or not, bro. Like, that is the lesson. Whether or not he answers, whether or not he says the right thing, whether or not you hear from him, whether or not this happens now or tomorrow, it's about you being okay with you regardless, with your life regardless. And if you're not, start making changes now to make that a reality. You don't need that to unfold to find your happiness and peace. You don't need that to unfold to finally find that joy. You can cultivate and create that joy by other means now, by leaning into your passions, your creative inspirations, the parties that you're planning. Like, that kind of stuff excites you, I can tell. So keep going, embrace those directions, let it lead you somewhere that takes you out of this fear, doubt, worry pattern, because you're bigger than that. Your time is better than that. Carol King, I love you. That's your message. And I'm not yelling at you. I'm passionate. Because I love you, girl. You are my friend and I love you. Woo. You're going to make your vibe so irresistible that he won't be able to stay away. That's what's up. Let me check these comments here. I'm going to try not to click on anything. And thank you. Welcome, friends. My name is Heidi. I offer private sessions, timed private sessions. So no matter what kind of assistance you need, I have 15-minute, 30-minute, 45-minute, and 1-hour private sessions. I also have specific tarot spreads that you can purchase your own video, and I would read the spread as if I'm talking to you right here, and I send that video discreetly and privately to your email address within 3 days. And those are always really cool. So if you wanted to connect with me on a one-on-one level, check the links in your description box. I won't reach out to you, friend request you, ask you to send me money or any weird nonsense. Only scammers do that kind of stuff. So protect yourself. Rose Ford. Spirit wants me to read for you. Shared, need a message from my dog, please. I'm struggling a lot, trying so hard to get back on my feet. No luck yet, please, and thank you. Rose Ford, I'm going to connect in with your lovely energy here, sweetheart. All right. Rose, your pup is most definitely present with you, as are several other family members, human family members, I'll say, and another dog as well. I see a dog that almost looks like a Doberman pinscher, but it looks like a younger pup. Maybe it was a younger pup when it passed away, but I don't feel like that's the dog that you're asking me about, because the dog that you're asking me about is stretched across the bed right now, all laid out so comfortable. And I want to tell you why, Rose, your dog just enjoyed stretching out across your bed. Well, number one, that's the best smell in the world. It smells like you. I could feel him wanting to roll around in the bed, maybe when you're not looking, because it smells so much like mom and so much like love and mom's love, right? Now I see this pup, his back was sore. He had some pains going on in his abdomen and in his back. And I do say, I feel like the legs were a little bit short, then the back was long. So there was some kind of a repeated injury or chronic pain there. That was also another reason that he may have laid silly or laid funny at times. But I do want to tell you that he still stretches and lays across your bed. And he knows that mom's been down. He knows what mom's been going through. I'm so sorry, sweetie, I just assumed and I went with it. All the same messages apply. She is with the other human loved one. She is with other pets as well. She decides to come and spend time in your home because that was the best place ever for her. She stretches out across your bed and enjoys to lay there with you and alone. Let's see, darling. What's your message from mom? Now, were stairs an issue for your pup, Rose? She's showing me like an aversion. I don't want to take the stairs. I want you to carry me, or some kind of thing. Could this have been because of the back problem or the leg issues or something? Maybe a funny stair story. She's showing me stairs. Yes, it was. Yes, it was a problem for her. Oh, you sweetheart. She's letting me know right now. She's telling me right now, but mom always helped me. Mom took good care of me. She tells me that you're worried. You worried, or you are, about times when she was left alone, and if she suffered or had an episode or something that happened when no one was home, that you would worry and fear about those kinds of things, and it would prevent you from wanting to leave her or leave the house. She lets me know right now that You were always so good to her. And just to calm you down, nothing really ever happened uh, that was too noteworthy when you were away. In fact, you were the light of her life, the joy of her life, the entertainment that she liked to watch. She shows me how she might follow you around the house and just watch, just stare, and you'd be like, "What, girl?" You'd talk to her and all the things, and she would just watch you because you were what she had going on. And she thought the world of you. She still does, honey. She still loves you so very much. She's telling me how full her life was, and how grateful that she is that you were her mom. And I'm seeing in my mind's eye now like a white I see like a white, could be like something like a Labrador, but it looks white to me. It's got a red collar on. So maybe this is her or another pup that you've got in spirit, but they're giving it to me very clearly that this is another significant animal that also loves you very, very much. I do want to give you these cards that fell. Four of Pentacles. This was literally like her leaving, her passing. Okay, her passing away. And this Seven of Pentacles, she wasn't her body was giving out. Okay, that is what I want to tell you, is that she was no longer growing, no longer thriving. She was at a diminishing point in her body to where there was no choice but to let her go. And now, sweetheart, she is like a guardian angel to you with this Temperance, this angel card, a guardian angel looking over you, looking over you. And I do feel like she does intend to reincarnate again, Rose. I think I told you that before. She does intend to reincarnate into your lifetime again so that you can share more time together, because you do have such a dynamic and beautiful connection and bond, like a soulmate bond between the two of you. That is something that happens, soulmates with pets. She was white and had a red collar. Thank you, Rose. That's what she's giving me right here. Okay, this is me, this is me, this is me. White with a red collar. Thank you for that. She is in the house and letting you know that she's okay, that she's not in pain, that she's not sick, and that she loves you. She loves all the time that you guys shared together, the beautiful full life that she had. And she's giving me the number 19. And that's interesting to me. So 19, maybe that's a significant number for you. Take that. And I do want to say, I feel like even leaning into the message of that 19, the 1 and the 9 joined together to become 10. And that is a team. And I feel like she's the 1 and you're the 9. And you guys will have a whole other cycle together. However, I feel like this is her blessing to you. Something new that you're stepping into. I feel like a new love or a deepening of love might be entering your heart, entering your life. Okay. And please know that this is her bringing this to you to kind of help soothe away the grief that you are having. So be open to a deepening of love, or to healthy love connections in your life, friend or otherwise, romantic, family, even people who are reaching out to you for the sake of whatever. Don't second guess that, Rose. They may need something from you energetically, because you are a beautiful soul, but sometimes even a beautiful soul needs a little something from others as well. And don't deny divine orchestration as others try to lend you their support and assistance. Okay. Um, she wants to say, "Mom's stubborn." No, mom doesn't want any help. Mom does it all by herself. She's stubborn. She'll take care of it all. And she's telling me this, and she's also saying that you don't have to be. And your spirit team is also encouraging you to allow yourself to be supported, especially during the times when you're not feeling that way. One more thing about financial networking or resources, your spirit team is wanting me to say to you, something about reaching out or casting a net to different resources that may be able to assist you through your current financial period. Okay, whatever that may be, I feel like there are resources, people that you know, extended family members, church or community programs, etc., in which you can kind of cast that net, and not just one and hang on the word and hope, but several, and see what comes back to you in that respect. Okay. Your spirit team would like you to make that step so that they can initiate some of that outer assistance to come to you. All right. That's what I have for you, Rose. Thank you for letting me read for you, honey. I'm going to disconnect from you. That's okay. Even if you've cut ties from your family, I'm not suggesting, spirit would not suggest that you reach out to them. No, this is different. New avenues, not toxic avenues, different avenues, not toxic. If you've cut ties with toxic family members, this is not an excuse to call them up and borrow $50. No. And I'm just joking. That's a general vague example. I'm talking about programs, facilities, organizations, community-based programs, religious-based programs. Like, there are different things that may be able to help a certain scenario, and depending on your location. But you've got to put your ear to the ground and do a little bit of research, and put yourself out there to see what's available. And that is what your spirit team is suggesting for you, Rose. And your dog just nudged me, and me, I'm here. Don't forget, I'm here too, and I love her. Rose, she nudged me with her. Did she do that to you? Nudge you with her nose? She nudged the back of my leg with her nose. Hey, me too. I tell her I love her. Yes, she loves you. Thank you, Rose. All right, let's see where we're going to go with this. Let's see. White with a red collar. That's fantastic. Lillian Fry. Lillian, I'm going to get you one of these divine energy oracles, and I'm going to read it to you from the book, because your spirit team is letting me know that you're going through some very complicated things. And we're just going to get a little bit of guidance there for you. Okay. Lillian, you sweetheart. I'm going to read this first card for you. All right. And we're just going to see what it says and let it take us wherever it takes us. And I want everybody to let your ears perk up, because the energy patterns hit us all. And if it ain't hitting you, it might be hitting somebody else that you know. So it can kind of bring you to a greater awareness of how the patterns are flowing in the collective and in your lives individually. So take it as it resonates. Let it land where it lands in your life. And here's the card. Face your shadow. Be aware not to be so fixated on your own needs that you are insensitive to the needs of others. This causes unnecessary stress and estrangement between yourself and those around you. The frustration you may feel at that moment is a reflection of your own shadow, or those aspects of your nature that are wounded and fragmented. The opportunity for healing your shadow is at hand. Love yourself fully to step back into the light of your heart. Take a breath and give things a break. Be easy on yourself and others. Open your heart. The darkness inside is seeking the light. Allow this. Your divine energy is calling you to recognize your shadow and take responsibility for the pain and misery that it's inflicting upon you and others. There is nothing happening that enough self-love and compassion for all will not relieve. Now is the time to acknowledge your fear and neediness and kindly bring your inner darkness into the light of self-love and acceptance. Your divine invitation says, accept your shadow compassionately and see it accurately as your wounded inner child asking for more love and support. Reach out for the help you need and be open to receiving love and support without causing drama, anger, fear, resistance, or negativity. You are a beautiful being of light and love, and the rest is an illusion. Believe in your basic goodness and lovability and let love in. Let love in. I'll tell you, part of this shadow that I feel has been kind of hitting the collective, meaning many people, is just different irritations in the outer environment, triggers that are just rubbing us the wrong way, and then we act out in a certain way in response or reaction to the triggers that may be environmental, or they may be in connections and relationships with others at work or at home. And these are ways in which that shadow can come through. You know, I do say your spirit team would like for me to encourage you, if you're feeling triggered by people in your outer environment, to stop and take a breath if you are able, right? To step back, maybe use the restroom to get a minute alone and breathe, and allow yourself to just be calm and peaceful and neutral, and look with new eyes at that individual. Look at their actions, their behaviors. Look past that, at the soul of the person, and see them as a child who needs some kind of assistance. What is it that that person is attempting to receive? What are they trying to get? What need do they have that is so exposed that they're acting out in some kind of a dysfunctional way? That is what spirit is leading me to here. Being able to view these people that are irritating us or making us upset or whatever this could be, as if they were children. And we could look through the loving eyes of God and say, what do you need, little child? How can I help you? And if it's not my job to help you in this scenario, it is okay to leave that person to tend to their own needs or wounds or whatever this could be, and care for you. Shift your focus. Go about your day. Stick to your freaking schedule if you need to. I feel some people here who cancel appointments, call in sick to work because they're dealing with other people's stuff, or things that they have found themselves roped into. Okay. So spirit is saying you can decide not to follow those threads any longer. It is always up to you. You can decide to choose you. That is self-care, self-love. If it is pulling you off track, to do so, because you do have a life that you are living, and your life is number one in your books, and you are the master of your life. So you get to live through each day. You don't have to succumb to the whims of every person. I feel this here in the reading for whomever is resonating with this. The want to be everything for everyone, or get pulled this way, that way, thinking I can fit everything in. And then I'm drained, I'm depleted, I'm tired, and I don't have enough time for me, and I'm falling behind on all my stuff. It's important to carve out healthy boundaries around that. You are not helping anyone else by taking on someone else's stuff and neglecting your own. That is a lesson in and of itself, that your stuff is a priority. And when your things are taken care of, then you may choose to help others with whatever excess and reserves you happen to have for them. Build on solid ground also came out, Lillian. Face that shadow, build on solid ground. I feel like this means you know who you are. Anyone else who acts a certain way or says a certain thing or whatever they might think, who cares, man? You know who you are at your core. That card said so. The love that you have, the goodness of your nature. Okay. Anything that happens here nor there, we all get sassy from time to time. So what? I dropped an F-bomb. That does not mean that I am, a devious person, right? Build on solid ground. You know who you are. You have a solid foundation. Don't allow it to be shaken by anything outside of yourself. That's what I feel is happening here. And maybe it's situations, circumstances, people act in a certain way, saying ugly stuff. Let me just tell you right now, sister, that when people say ugly stuff, they intend to say the ugliest shit they could possibly say to really get it in there. Okay, so you can take that with any grain of salt. Anything that anyone might have to say that is not true about you, about your past, about your present, about your life, about your intentions, about your potential. Okay, because nobody can measure your potential, not even you. You have no idea how much potential you have. So nobody else can possibly say, heck no, not you. You won't ever make it there. Be of service. Be of service. Sometimes doing something nice for someone else, or even going out to feed some breadcrumbs to the birds or whatnot, being of service to others in some capacity can really get you out of the self, which sometimes that self is a toxic place to be, especially when we're sad, when we're low vibe, when we're angry, when we're irritable. These kinds of things. Get into the mode of service. How can I help someone today as I maneuver about through my chores or whatever, my errands that I'm running? How can I help someone? Maybe this is someone at my home. Maybe it's a pet. I do say you can be of service to pets. Pets are people too. How can I be of service to the society? Maybe you see a piece of trash on the ground, right? Do you ignore the trash? Fuck that trash. Someone will get it. Ain't my job, right? Or do you say, I see the trash. I see the problem. I see the litter. Maybe I should be the one to address that and clean up the streets, not only of my town, but of my life, one little piece at a time. That's what I have for you. And it seems like I'm having an issue with comments. Let's see. Are my comments all weird? My comments. Yeah, my comments are weird. Let's see. Hey, I see you guys here. Okay. You're welcome, Lillian. Sending love to you, girl. Unshakable foundation. You don't have to get drawn in. Like if stuff's going down around here and there, you can be that calm, still individual. You can hold that light and that space and not get drawn in. When you get drawn in, then you have the potential to be dimmed down to that level, right? Spirit is saying, not necessary. I'm going to keep with this one because I like it. Who's still here with me? Who's still here with me and wants a message? I'll do a couple more here. Oh boy, who's it going to be? I'm going to get you one of these divine energy oracles. You guys are awesome. Okay. Jennifer Gacera Romano on YouTube. Spirit wants me to read for you. But she's not last, so don't go anywhere. Jennifer on YouTube. I'm going to get you one of these cards here. Let me connect in with your energy, sweetie. For Jennifer. Oh, your card fell on the ground. Now, I do want to say, which one was it? Jennifer on YouTube. No, this is not the last one. This is not the last one. Jennifer on YouTube, as I'm sitting in your energy, I was just feeling some sensations in my body that make me indicate that I might feel a little bit stifled in a relationship in my life that is very significant to me. Okay, so I don't think everybody needs to know all your business. However, you should know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so I just kind of feel stifled, if you will. Like I said, I don't want to put it all out there for everybody else. And I'm going to give you these cards here because I feel like this speaks to that. Okay. The first card that you have is Embrace Your Power. Before you're able to fully express your divine energy and create an empowered life, you must assume responsibility for your choices, however good or poor they may be. Presently, you're being asked to evaluate your past decisions and assess whether they've evolved or devolved you. Be especially honest about those decisions that were made recklessly, emotionally, without self-control or reflection. Where are you now? Are you making impulsive choices, or are you taking genuine life and soul-supporting risks? Pay close attention to the answer because it reveals the root of any troubling conditions you face at the moment. Your divine energy is calling you to elevate your personal power to a much higher level by taking responsibility for your choices and recognize they are the means by which you create your life. In other words, poor choices lead to poor creations, while good choices lead to good creations, no exceptions. Pay attention to present choices and allow your divine energy to be the driving force behind them. Your divine invitation says, evaluate your previous choices without judgment. Like, man, that sucks, but it is what it is, right? Which of your past decisions have worked in your favor and which ones have not? Most important, what are you choosing today? And I want to say a choice to remain the same is a huge freaking decision. Now is the time to honestly start making choices that express your divine nature and serve your true soul's intentions. She says, for sure it does. It makes sense. Now, after that, embrace your power. You also have be true to yourself. That tells me living authentically, being authentic. And if they can't stand it, then that is what it is, man. That's a freaking message. If you can't be your 100% full true self with a person or in a connection or at work or wherever this could be, the energy's not jiving. I feel like I have to be quiet. I feel like I have to not act a certain way or not quite be myself, right? Then the connection is false. Okay. The connection is built on a false version of you that is all mocked up and changed to be presentable for that connection. Okay. So being true to yourself and who you are and laughing loud and telling that joke and doing that thing and getting up and sitting up and standing down or whatever the heck you want to do when you want to do it, no matter what kinds of ripples it might cause in the room. Okay. That's what's going to show you what freaking room you want to be in. Okay. To be honest, your mom, I get you, girl. I get you. Being true to yourself. You got to be 100% authentic. When you mock yourself up to be whatever mom thinks you want to be, you dim your light. That's disowning your soul for just that blip of a moment. That's saying that mom's version of what she wants me to be is more powerful than what I really am. And that is just not the case. That is being in denial of the self when you pretend to be someone else because that's who they expect or that's who you're supposed to be, right? I can understand how other people can make us feel stifled in those scenarios, but I got to tell you, girl, Spirit is saying right now that you got to be 100% authentic. And the reason that your mom is unable to accept a 100% authentic version of you, they're telling me it causes sparks, causes issues. Why are you acting that way? How come you dyed your hair? Who said you could be authentic? Whatever. That's dumb. We're not that way. We've never been that way. Why are you changing? Who are you becoming? I don't even know who you are. These kinds of things. It's because she is afraid to be authentic herself. She may not even know exactly who she is, but you are getting in touch with who you are. And you know that it feels weird to be capped or dimmed or to be changed in some way, right? You feel that dissonance because you're rooted in who you are and it feels wrong to you. And Spirit is saying no more of that. Nurture yourself first. All right, Jennifer? You first, no matter what, because guess what? Without you, there is nothing in your life, right? You are it, girl. So you got to put yourself first, number one. You've got to take care of yourself. You've got to stay hydrated. You've got to eat whatever in the heck is right for you. You've got to rest sufficiently. You've got to do things that make you feel alive. You've got to do things because you just like to do things. That's how you keep your vibration high vibe. Then when you get around negative Nancy's and people who are all downers, they can't stand it, man. They don't even want to hang out with you because you're way too high vibe for them. That can be what happens, all right? But that's not a bad thing because you know what? When you make your way through that and you hold that beautiful high vibe space for yourself, for spirit, for your path, for your life, for your belief and faith in yourself, your future, you hold that space, your divine spirit team will orchestrate the most beautiful people and connections to come into your life that are a resonant frequency with the high vibe life that you are then living. Okay, it sucks when the dark patterns of our lives are being kind of shaken off. It stinks when those negative patterns are illuminated, right? Especially if we don't seem to know how to deal with this, or if I even can, or when it's the right time, or what do I even do? This is my mom. She'll always be my mom. I get you, girl, but your mom has all her free will choices and her whole life to live as well. And it is okay for you to love her from a distance if that's what it is. It's okay for you to answer the phone when you want to go visit when you want to leave when you want to make those healthy boundaries and stick to them. And when mom says, Jennifer, you're so mean, what's wrong with you? You can say, I'm not mean, mom. I'm learning healthy boundaries. And please know that every person who has learned to enforce healthier boundaries, tighter, stronger boundaries, especially where there have been lack, has been told you're mean, you're bad, you're rude, you're a bitch, you're whatever, an asshole, because you all of a sudden you think that I can't talk to you the way I always have. Well, yeah, exactly that. Yes, yes. Because now I realize that we're both just people, man. And I don't let people talk to me like that, no matter if they're a blood relative or not. It is okay for you to do the same. It is okay for you to disconnect, to detach, to disengage, to never speak to her again if that's what your heart and soul desires, girl. Sometimes that is the life path. Nurture yourself. You know what that is. Obviously, mama don't know what that is. You do, and it's your job to do it. So thank God you know this and you can take care of it. Last one, reassess. Reassess, girl. Reassess the situation and the scenario. Like I said, I think we're pretty much leading into that direction, that you don't have to stay in close connection with someone who is toxic, no matter the relationship, no matter what it is. It is not necessary to endure any kind of abuse, trauma, and discomfort, man. We all have free will. And if you don't like it, you don't have to explain why you don't like it. You have the ability and the control and power to remove yourself from that. Period. Bottom line. No explanation needed. The no is a complete sentence. And sometimes that is a very challenging thing to step into, to enforce. Okay, so I do want to say to you, honey, this is something that you've got to think of in your heart of hearts and be okay with it, because you've got to live in your life, and only you know if you can live with yourself. If you decide to just cut her out, you don't have to make the decision. Spirit, tell me right now, you don't have to decide. You can just decide to talk to her if you want to, decide not to if you don't. It doesn't have to be this is forever for the rest of my life, because then it's a heavy decision, right? Now it's weighing on you. You can just say, you know what? Not today, mama. Not today. And tomorrow, maybe not tomorrow either. How many days? Who fucking knows? Until I'm ready, and I may never be ready. Yeah. 10 of Swords. Absolutely. Total disconnections. But you all have your own free will and good judgment. Jennifer, thank you for letting me read it for you, honey. I'm going to disconnect from you. Why, Melinda, you sent me a donation, you sweetheart. Why, thank you. All right. What's your request, honey? Melinda, thank you for that donation. I am a real person. This is what I do. This is my job. So when you send donations, it really does matter to me, and I thank you for that. So, Melinda, do you have a request? Melinda, while I'm waiting for you, I see a question on YouTube that's interesting to me. Did someone put a hex on me? Mystery says on YouTube. Well, it's possible for somebody to like throw some juju somebody's way. You know what I mean? Like they could have a whole ritual hex process, and then they're like, oh, mystery, we're going to put a hex on you. And boom, they do their whole shebang and you think you're hexed, right? And then you go about your life and maybe you have a run of bad luck. Maybe you stub your toe, get a flat tire, some kind of thing, as that negative energy kind of ripples its way through your life. Mystery. That can happen. I'll just be honest with you right now. Okay. That can happen where somebody is so emotionally charged against you, they decide to do some kind of thing. Okay. And send it your way, even if they're just negatively focused on you. Okay. They can send that your way. If you feel vulnerable to such a thing, I would definitely suggest that you connect with your angels, your higher power, higher self, source, whoever it is for you, and ask them to maintain your energy. Okay. To cleanse your energy often and regularly, to make sure that you're not receiving that kind of thing. Now, I do say to you this, even if somebody said, oh, I'm going to hex mystery, and they did that, and you had that little streak of bad luck or whatnot, that would be that. Okay. They did the thing. It happened. It's over. The energy always moves. The energy patterns always ripple and change and move through our lives and everything else. So unless that person devoted their life to hexing you every single day, I'm going to keep sending you all this bad juju, which is a whole heck of a lot of reinforcement to try to send towards somebody. That would be the only way that I'd say you'd have a lingering bad mood. Maybe you'd get a cold or stuffy nose or some kind of thing, but really, legitimately, it's not logical. Even if someone sends a dagger your way, it's not going to really affect you deeply unless you believe it will, because your belief matters so much. If you believe that you're going to die on a certain day, you better believe your heart could stop on that day. Your heart could stop on that day, because beliefs are so incredibly powerful. So wrap your mind around this energetic dimension. And please know that just as our feelings always move and change, bad days turn into good days and everything else, life changes and flows. If somebody hexes you, it passes, it goes away. It doesn't last forever, I'll tell you. So don't hang on to that kind of thing, most definitely. And don't worry about it. Don't plan for that. You could always get yourself one of those evil eye medallions if you feel like you need some kind of psychic protection. Those the evil eye, they're like blue and white, and black. Hang it over your, front door or something. You could put it near your computer if you feel like someone on the internet is texting you. Totally up to you. Those are for protection, to protect you from any evil, right? If you feel that that's what you need. And some people do need that because they may live in different neighborhoods that happen to have more stickier energy patterns or that kind of thing, guys. So it's all about maneuvering your life in this dimension, but using the super cool spiritual tools that you can, right? Poor Melinda. Let me get with you, honey. I want to know if Stephanie has feelings for me. Will she ever come forward? Could she be healthy for me? Melinda, thank you for your donation, and I will absolutely dive into your question. You're welcome, you guys on YouTube. Share me with your friends. I'm trying to grow my YouTube presence as well. So it does help me when you guys watch and tune in on YouTube. So thank you for that. All right, Melinda. I'm going to get you one of these, girl. The Divine Energy Oracle about Stephanie. Because I know we've kind of, dove into this a couple of times. Be flattering me now, Melinda, telling me everything. You just want a nice message. If I tell her hair looks cute, she'll tell me everything I want to hear. Listen, I would love to tell you exactly what you want to hear, but unfortunately, I'm an unbiased third party, and I must give you whatever spirit is bringing through for you of your greatest and highest good, even if it's not what you wanted to hear. You know what I mean? No matter how many compliments you want to give me. So let me give you this. Embrace your power, all right? That one does talk about releasing negative patterns. Embrace your power. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate you as well, dear. This one. Okay, this don't help me. I'm going to read you this card and then we'll address your questions, all right? I want to know what they wanted to tell you from this deck. Go with the flow. Melinda. Melinda, your card is go with the flow. And look at that. The Eiffel Tower there seems like a loving romantic thing. And there's one person there, and another person is not really kind of there. You know what I mean? Not quite there yet. I see that in this card. I'm sure you see this too. Okay. So go with the flow. Has your life gotten a little unpredictable lately? Has it taken a turn for the better or for the worse? Just when you think you have all your ducks in a row, has something upset the status quo and sent things flying in new and unexpected directions? Do not let the unexpected disturb your equilibrium. Your soul is learning to go with with life's flow and rhythm. And an integral part of that movement is realizing that life unfolds in cycles, sometimes up, sometimes down. Your divine energy is calling you to recognize, respect, and embrace everything in the flow of life. Accept that you don't have influence over outer events, but you do have control over how you respond to these events. The more detached you are, the more peaceful your soul will remain no matter what unfolds. Your divine invitation says redefine your ideas of security. Respect that there are forces beyond your control, such as social issues, soul intentions, and timing that are a part of life cycles. Recognize that on a soul level, all experiences are part of your divine journey and bear gifts for your soul. True security occurs when you stop wanting things to be a certain way and accept the way things are. I'm freezing up. Oh, snaps. You're going to have to watch it on the replay, girl. I just read you a whole big old thing. So let's go here. Stephanie. Thank you, Brenda Jones. I will read for you next. So Melinda, Stephanie, thank you for all the compliments. You guys are the best. Stephanie's energy. You know how I feel about that. That card said right there, like you've got to leave it up to the universe. You know what I mean? I'm getting you something. I'm reading your question. So what does it say on Steph then? Or would she be bad for me? Something just fell on the ground. I'm going to grab it. Check it out. So one card fell on the ground, and it's this one, 4 of Cups. This is finding yourself ending up with something that you're really not happy with. Okay. So this is what I want to tell you. I feel like from your spirit team, like all this hype has built up around this person, this connection. And even if you were to connect in the ways in which you would like, I don't feel like she would live up to the illusion that you have of her potential. Okay. And spirit is letting you know that it might be a very big letdown. It might be a very big flop, especially in intimate areas. Okay. Just giving you that. They're pinging my sacral chakra right now. Sacral chakra is our passion, our sexual chemistry, our creativity, like this kind of thing. I feel like boring. Okay. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that regardless, if the two of you were to connect in the ways that you feel, I don't feel like she would live up to the ways that you would like. I'm sorry. I don't feel like she would live up to this whole hype that has built up around the image of being in connection with her. Okay. And if you'll notice, like all this time is spent pining over, will she reach out? What is she thinking about? Is she thinking about me? All these things, right? This is you looking into the blahs of nothing's going on because she's not contacting me. However, there's this whole other bright side of life that you may be missing because you're focused on this. I do feel like the universe is trying to bring other potential suitors into your awareness, but you are so like tunnel vision, focused on that one person that you're not seeing what it is that is available to you that is so much more a better fit for you here, now, and today. Okay, so Melinda, from now on, put your ear to the ground, man. Look at the people that you happen to come to when you go out and about in your life, at work, at the grocery store, this kind of thing. Like, look into people's eyes. You will feel a connection there if it's something that you should follow. Okay, so start doing that. That is where I feel you will be drawn into the next chapter that you are seeking, but not looking in this direction. And on the bottom of the deck, 9 of Swords for you. Sleepless nights, frustration, fears and worries, mental anguish. This is somebody with a lot of baggage, a lot of problems, a lot of stuff going down in their life. And it is not the time nor your job for you to step in and think you're going to solve this. More likely, you're going to step in and get wrapped up in the muck of this. Okay. And spirit does not want that for you. So, definitely paying attention to what you might be missing that you already have going on, trying that new coffee spot, looking and making eye contact, smiling at people, saying please and thank you, engaging, all these things. That is where you're at. That is where spirit would like for you to be, because your energetic vibration is very attractive. It really is. So let it come to you. It will. Thank you, Melinda. Brenda is next. Brenda, what's your request? You guys are awesome. I love hanging out with you too. So this is an 18 over broadcast, guys. Because I cuss and I vape and I'm an 18 over kind of person. Sometimes we talk about sensitive things, but I do thank you for liking and following my page so that you don't miss anything from me, for subscribing to my YouTube channel so you can always check me out, and for sharing this video with like-minded individuals. You never know who might be interested. So if you just put it out there and let spirit draw in whoever might, it might catch their eye, that would definitely be awesome, because you guys know so many more people than I do. Brenda Jones, anything on my health over the next few months? I'm still so very sick. Oh, Brenda. Oh, as I read that, I'm feeling like, oh, my belly, oh my goodness, like I'm getting pains in my stomach. Oh, yeah, let's get here. I want to read you this card, Brenda. I feel the pain and how it can just distract you, like pull you right away from anything else that you're doing. It can grab you or really manipulate your time. I can feel how it can prevent you from wanting to even do things that could make you feel better, sweetheart. And I encourage you from your spirit team to implement a regular process of breathing deeply and intentionally breathe deeply divine white light and breathe it in and let it illuminate your toes, let it fill up your legs, let it fill up your entire abdomen, fill up your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Close your eyes and breathe this divine white light until it fills up your whole entire body, and let it spread further out into your auric field. Okay, honey, sit in that white light. That white light has a positive healing frequency to the energy patterns. And as you devote conscious time to that, to bathing in that, you will receive relief for the physical ailments that you have. Discomfort, the inflammation will be minimized. But you must do the time, devote the time to sitting in that energy to allow it to have its effect on your field. Most of the time, they're telling me right now, ask and it is given is kind of a trap for you, Brenda, because you might ask, you know, I want to feel better. Can you please make me better? I just want to be healed, whatever this is. And why, how come I'm not better now? I have no diagnosis. See, it's a trap. You're in this gray area right now. And spirit is wanting you to devote this time to your healing, to your wellness. I am healthy. I'm on my healing journey today. Even if you're feeling under the weather, stick with that. Not, I'm feeling like crap, horrible, the worst I've ever been. This is getting worse. When we speak ourselves down in that direction, it does get worse. It does feel worse because we're focused on the negative aspects of what we're dealing with. However, spirit is encouraging you to bathe in that light, to sit in that light as often as possible, especially before you drift off to sleep, maybe even to start up your day in the morning, and sometimes in between that. Okay, start making it a practice of sitting in the healing energy of spirit, and it will begin to work. But if you don't do it, it's not going to happen. You must activate that pattern within yourself. And spirit is saying also, begin to think upward, speak upward, rephrase your vocabulary. Okay, instead of, God, I feel like crap today. I wish I felt better today. I can't wait till I begin to feel better. These phrases are lighter. They show that you're moving in a positive healing direction. Okay, even if you may not quite believe that you're heading that way, trick your mind, trick your body into that with your words. When we say things, when we think things, your body hears it and believes it and takes note as fact. So when you tell yourself, I'm always sick, I'm always going to be sick, the body goes, check. Okay, we're always sick and we're always going to be sick. And how long have you said this accidentally or by mistake, just in frustration? You have told your body you're always going to be sick. So now it's time to reverse that. You've got to teach your body that it wants to be well, that it's going to be well, that it's getting well. And sit in that energy, Brenda. Now let's read your card. Yes. Seek hidden treasure. In what area of your life could you be taking things at face value? Where could you be guilty of missing something deeper or being told that you don't get it? Slow down and don't jump to conclusions before fully studying the situation. Avoid being too quick to evaluate what is going on. There is more than meets the eye. Your divine energy is calling you to slow down and take a deeper look at the present situation. Overcome your tendency to judge too quickly and miss what's really true. Beyond the surface of life lies hidden treasure. You will see clearly if you observe with an open heart and mind. Your divine invitation says, be open minded and learn all you can before drawing conclusions. Take your time, study the facts fully, and listen deeply from your heart. Look for the connecting rather than separating factors when evaluating others and your place in their life. Dispel any notion that you're better, smarter, or more deserving, powerful, or entitled than others, or vice versa. Accept that the people in your life are direct reflections of you. Where there's light, see your glow, and where there's shadow, see your gloom. Stop fighting others and start loving the connection we all share. We're all in this game of life together, so see your role as a player as important, but not special. Respect others as equals, and you'll soon see the truth. Brenda, I feel like your greatest asset as this time while you are in this position, you say you're non-functional. Your mind is so very active. Your mind and your soul and your heart are so alive and active, regardless of the physical limitations that you may have. So stretch your mind. Expand your awareness and your consciousness. Lean into directions of learning. Brenda, did you get that study card the other day? I'm pretty sure you got the study card and you laughed at it. Spirit is suggesting that you learn some things. All right, take some spiritual courses, start to meditate, dive into a tarot course, some kind of an area of something you would like to learn. Read some books, read them again with fresh eyes. Okay, different things that you can absorb that can really expand your mind. Let yourself follow the breadcrumbs, okay? It doesn't have to be about the physical. It doesn't have to be about your diagnosis or your symptoms. Spirit wants you to read other stuff that takes you elsewhere, even if they're just stories that get you out of your life for a while, out of that for a while, and into something else that's exciting and interesting to you. That will boost your vibration up enough that you can begin to shake some of this ailment. Get yourself a Kindle library or a library card from the whatever you got going on, girl. Books is where it's at. Watching some kind of informational or educational, you don't have to remember it. It's about the now moment, Brenda. Your now moment is where it's at for you. So if you want to raise your vibe by reading a very interesting romance novel or whatever this could be that just gets you feeling pooped, pepped up, boosted, high vibe. That's what I was seriously going to say. Okay, I'm a real person just like anyone else. And sometimes we slip of the tongue. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, you don't have to remember how you spent the time. What's important is that you spent the time raising your vibration, doing something that boosted you up, that brought you joy, because that is raising you up and out of the sticky patterns of illness and pain. Okay? You don't have to go out. And that is what Spirit is saying. You've got to learn to stimulate your mind more. You can either roll with this and turn into a shell of yourself and go in a direction where you can hate life, okay? Or you can decide, what am I going to do with my time? What am I going to do with my life? What would I like to read? Do you read the Bible? I feel like even watching something on TV, watching a documentary, something educational, what feels like is stimulating for you. And you don't have to commit to memory, Brenda. It's about what's feeding your soul now, what's boosting you out of that pattern and into a new pattern now. No one can tell you what to do. You have to want to do them. And I am sending you love, sweetheart. Sending you so much love. Yes, podcasts. You can jump on the thread of different people who inspire you, who move you, who make you feel a certain way that you like to feel, and watch those things, because there's so many different things, so many different people who do different stuff. It's not just spirituals and psychics. There's comedians and all kinds of things on the internet at your fingertips, right there on your cell phone. And you can listen to those podcasts and get out of your mind and into something else for a while, as often as you'd like. Take control of your time. You have the ability to do that, Brenda. That is one thing that you can control. Saying love to you. All right, friends, we're going to get a group pick a card message from my own Oracle deck here. So live or on replay, pick your card and message, 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2. Oh man, it fell. Or drop it into the comments, 1, 2, or 3, guys. 1, 2, or 3. Which one is it? This one. Well, I am going to pick number 3 because I'm staying till the very end anyways. So I'll just pick number 3. But I do have 3 cards here, 1, 2, or 3. They're all face down. See them, friends? Pick your card and message, 1, 2, or 3, live or on replay. You can pick more than one if you'd like to. Spirit will draw you to whatever message is yours. And I thank you guys for tuning in with me. If you're not in my vibe tribe, feel free to join that vibe tribe. And if you'd like to connect with me on a deeper level, I would love to connect with you. All you got to do is check out the links in your description box to get that ball rolling. You can browse my services, my costs, my schedule, all at your own discretion without committing to anything. So that link is in your description box, guys. And if you were drawn to pick card number 1, your card is Fool Me Once. Fool Me Once. If you were drawn to pick card number 1 from my own Oracle deck, Fool Me Once indicates, fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice, shame on me, right? Fool Me Once indicates that you are a person who has life experience, okay? Valuable life experience and a valuable intuition. I do say if there has been someone in your life who has stepped out of line in some kind of a way, something that has kind of diverted the rules or whatnot, and you've questioned, was that intentional? I don't want to say. Fool me once. We can have somebody who does something in our lives, even us, guys, even us. We do it once, and okay, maybe we can give it grace. It happened once. It's a fluke, okay. But when it happens more than once, it turns from a fluke into a pattern, okay. So this is what I want to say here: is to get honest about your patterns, guys. Your patterns and the patterns of other people, the patterns of other people in your life. I do feel there's a touch of denial around this. Sometimes the problems in our lives seem really unmanageable, so we decide not to notice them. Okay. Spirit is saying that if you decide not to notice your problems, they will just get bigger and kind of attract even more byproduct problems that kind of cling to it until you're able to address this. So Spirit is saying, don't be foolish. You are not a foolish person. You are experienced. And I want to say to you, some of those who are drawn to pick number 1 may not have that outer validation yet. You just have a bad feeling about someone or something in your life. This card indicates that is validation for you. This is your sign. The feeling that you have is leading you to the same perception of a bad experience that you may have had in the past, and you can feel it trying to repeat itself in some way. So take note of these feelings, okay, because you're not wrong. And in the future, or even now, you might learn to rely enough on those feelings to stay away from the things that you feel like are going to give you that same end result. Okay, that's what I have for number 1. It's about listening to that inner knowing, guys. You've seen it before, you'll see it again, that kind of thing. I can spot that. I've dealt with something like that before. Maybe now it's a new person, new job, new circumstance, but same old pattern, right? How do you deal with this differently this time, once and for all? If you pick card number 2, your card is one-sided, okay? This literally has a red flag right here. Oh, a red flag. This is a red flag and a warning sign. If you pick number 2, that potentially something going on in your life is a little bit one-sided. Okay. This could be you who is putting in all kinds of work and effort into something, and others who are not quite doing their part. Okay. This indicates that actions speak louder than words. And recognizing areas in which you may need balance, it would be beneficial to you if you were drawn to pick card number 2, okay? Because you can't do it all alone, not forever. That's not sustainable, not in the long run. And if you do have people available to you who are somehow shirking their responsibilities or duties, not doing their part, not pulling their end, it's important to hold them accountable so that they can be productive members of society as their life path blueprint designs for them to become. But it takes maybe you holding them accountable for that change to start becoming a reality in their life. I do also say if some people are not This is a lack of communication from someone important to you, okay? That's a red flag. Okay, if you were drawn to pick number 2 and you're like, oh man, I haven't heard from somebody, what's going on? They've got other things going on. Okay. And I just want to say that if you realize that, like, hey, there's no communication, it's dead air, uh, then you may want to reevaluate from the place in which you stand, and just imagine that dead air just remains floating off into space. What would you do then? What would you do then? That is what Spirit wants to say, is your power lies in the now, regardless of if this communication bridge or other bridge is built. Okay. And recognizing where others are falling short and seeing that for what it is. If they're not putting in the same effort, then maybe it's not nearly as important to them as it is to you. And I'm sorry to say that. And if you pick number 3 like I did, because I'm staying till the very, very end. Aw. Our card is Forever Love. Beautiful card and message for those who picked the card number 3 here. Forever Love indicates that the bonds of love can never be broken. Okay. And anything that is truly meant for you by divine right will find its way to you. No matter how much you think you might detour or go off track or ruin it for yourself, Spirit wants me to say to you right now that there is a beautiful love out there for you, and there are loving connections out there for you. This does not have to be romantic partnership. Love can come through so many different avenues. Spirit wants to tell number 3 that love is available to you in many different areas. So lean into the ones that are right in front of you as they appear. I'm talking about pets. I'm talking about kids, grandkids, partners, friends, coworkers, family members, whoever it is that you have a connection with that moves you in that moment, in that day. Thank them. Thank you for being a positive person in my life. Thank you for being a good friend to me. Thank you for being someone I can trust, and know that there's nothing you can do to mess up anything that should be divinely yours. Sometimes we want to hold on to love so tightly, and we just change ourselves to make it work better, but Spirit doesn't want you to have to change anything about you to find a beautiful love that just meshes and fits. And as long as you are changing yourself or trying to make some kind of distorted versions work, you won't be open to the non-distorted, healthy love that Spirit intends for you. Okay, again, they want me to say there's nothing you can do to mess it up. You are who you are supposed to be. And the more authentically you can present yourself to the world, the more quickly those authentic connections will be manifested and solidified in your outer reality. And I'll say to you, there's a glaring difference between real love and not love. If you were drawn to pick card number 3, I know that you are feeling some loving bonds in your life. I said a whole list of who it could possibly be for you, right? Lean into those positive moments, those positive connections. Spend that time intentionally with those individuals or pets, people, whoever that you love, doing things that you love, and notice what things fall a little short. What things don't really feel like love to you any longer. These could be relationships. These could be things on your schedule, things that pull you away from this high vibe feeling of being in the flow of love, being in the flow of your life, right? Noticing those areas can help you make adjustments to address and disentangle, maybe release those things so that you can continue on this beautiful flow and upswing. That is what I have for you, number 3. Totally up to you. Thank you so much, everyone, for letting me read for you today. It has been a fantastic day. And don't you forget, I will be live tomorrow right here on this page at almost the same time. If you make sure to follow my Facebook page, check the events section. You can click going and it'll notify you to all of my scheduled upcoming live events. All right. Because I love when you guys show up and hang out with me. Otherwise, I'd just be here talking to myself. And that's just crazy, right? So thank you guys for making this night fantastic. Until the next one, I send everybody so much love, so many blessings. Good night, friends.